I have it under good authority that once you go green, you never go back.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Hot Toys Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora. So here we are, and there she is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right here you have a nice picture of Gamora. Looking all green and fine. That's right, girl. You look good. There you have Gamora on this side of the box. Gamora on this side of the box. Gamora on the top of the box. You have Guardians of the Galaxy on the bottom. Guardians of the Galaxy. On the back of the box, you have your warnings. Please don't try to eat anything in this box because that would be a very, very bad idea. Of course, you can remove the outer sleeve right here. Put that off to the side. And you can see me. Oddly, I'm wearing an Avengers t-shirt while I'm reviewing a Guardians of the Galaxy toy. Is that blasphemy? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know! Anyway, so on this side of the box, you do have the little size charts. On the other side, just Gamora. On the back of the box, you have your credits of all the people involved in the production of this toy. And that's basically it for the packaging. I'm not going to throw this. I don't throw Hot Toys boxes because I keep these. I want to keep them nice and pristine. I don't want them getting all dinged up. So sorry. No box tossing in Hot Toys reviews. But anyway, moving on. Here we have Gamora, the next figure in this Guardians of the Galaxy line for Hot Toys. And neat figure. I do have one major complaint with it, but other than that, it's a very, very nicely done figure. We'll get in close here on the head sculpt. Camera will focus. There you go. Very nice head sculpt. Good likeness to Zoe Saldana. And very well done. You can see the little silver detailings there, the silver markings on her face. And when the light hits them just right, they do shine very nicely. Very cool. Nice work on the eyes. It's all around a very, very nice sculpt. The hair actually does have the little red streaks in it. They're kind of hidden underneath the black. I wish it was kind of incorporated a bit more so it stood out a bit better, but it's there. The red is there. And of course, her hair is kind of frizzed out right now. But you know, the instructions in the box do tell you, hey, just get some styling gel and you can fix her hair up the way you want. I don't know. I'll have to ask Lori Plan if she can help me style her hair. Help me with her hair. Help me do her hair, please. She needs to look pretty. She needs to look pretty for the shelf. But anyway. But very nicely done head sculpt. The one problem I have with the head sculpt, and this is something that Hot Toys does a lot with their female figures, is that she just has this blank expression on her face. Like she just has this blank stare. There's just nothing going on here. I almost want to go, hello, are you awake? Hello? You know, that's the only real issue I have with the head sculpt. I wish he had some kind of expression, a smirk, a sneer, something, just not this blank stare. That's it. That's the only thing that bugs me. It's a little creepy too. So I don't know. She just looks like she's just bored. Like, are we done yet? Are we? Is this over? Oh God. Anyway. But other than that, we'll continue on so we can take a look at the details of the costume itself. Lovely details in the costume. You got some silver bits picked out here. I love the blue. Like it's like a metallic blue throughout the suit to give it those highlights, and it really pops and really looks cool. You got the mesh here on the center and on the sides here. And very, very nicely done. You got her belt right here with some details picked out in silver. And here you got her holster for a weapon. You got this little pouch right here with some details picked out, some more silver details picked out. You know, got the various straps on her thighs here. Again, these tassels are, you know, they're soft. You don't have to worry about breaking anything. They're already very soft plastic. And these straps here do have some little details picked out in silver. Again, that nice metallic blue right there that really pops. Looks really, really nice. And you come down to her boots, again, you got some more silver details. You got the buckles molded out there. I like the texture right here on this part of the boot. Looks really, really nice. Very cool, very well done. Even the soles of her boots are detailed. So just all around a very, very nicely done figure. Very cool. You can see his little wrist wraps that she has here. Actually have some silver as well as some blue detailings in them also. And the hands are nicely done. All of her rings are nicely painted. Right there on this hand and also on this hand. She has some more rings. She's got her bling. So, very, very cool. Very nicely done. Now, of course, articulation-wise, raise this up a tad here. Excuse me while I readjust myself. Articulation-wise, the head can swivel at the top of the neck, so you get good range of movement there. There is also a joint at the base of the neck itself, so you can get full range of movement here and use all of those joints for posing. The arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. They can go out pretty much full extension. You do have 90 degrees there, slightly over 90 degrees of elbow bend right there. You do have a bicep swivel, but it's weird how this bicep swivel works because the swivel only goes inward. It does not swivel outward. It only swivels inward. Now, you do have a joint in the shoulder which allows some forward and backward movement, so you can kind of use that if you want her arm kind of out a bit, but other than that, there's no actual swivel outward. It's only inward movement, which is kind of weird. And it is on a you can hear it. It is on a ratchet, and the elbow itself is on a very soft ratchet. You can feel the indents as you move the elbow. The wrists are your typical Hot Toys wrist. You do have swivel. You do have a joint in there that allows upward and downward movement, again, depending on how you have everything oriented. She does have a waist joint, but of course, because of her clothing, it's kind of hard to make really use of it. You can rotate her a little bit. She does have some ab crunching goodness right there. So pretty good movement there. Legs can go forward only about that much because, again, her suit is quite tight, so it doesn't allow a lot of range of movement. It can only go back about that much. Again, the suit does restrict that. Outward movements, again, restricted due to the suit, so that's pretty much all you're going to get. You do get a bit of a thigh swivel right up there. You do get double jointed knees, but again, just due to the suit being as tight as it is, you can get 90 degrees of movement, but you are starting to kind of stretch things a little bit, so I would still be careful with that. You do get rotation at the foot itself. You do get some ankle pivot, but again, the boots kind of limit how far you can go. You do get some upward and downward movement. Again, the boots do kind of restrict it, though. So, like most female figures that wear skin-tight suits, it does hinder the articulation quite a bit. So, let's get Gamora standing here. Let's fix her hair. I'm sorry, girl, that I messed up your hair. I'm so sorry. There you go. Now, she does come with accessories. She doesn't come with a boatload of accessories, but she does have some. Now, of course, she does come with the 2 relaxed hands right here, but she does come with extra hands. She does have 2 closed fists right here. And you can see just as nicely detailed as the ones that are currently on her. See all the rings are picked out in silver and very nicely done. Got that texture right there, which is really cool. So you have your 2 fists right there. And you also get 2 weapon holding hands. Again, same level of detail. Very nicely done. All the rings picked out in silver. And very nice. Now, as far as her weaponry goes, she does have her sword in its collapsed form here. You can see, again, very nicely detailed. Very, very cool. Done in a nice silver and with a black wash on it to make all those details just pop, and that looks really, really nice. So here is the sword in its compact form. And here is her sword in its extended form. And very, very cool. And again, like, wonderful detail. And the black wash just makes all those details just pop wonderfully. Very, very nice. Now, the sword itself is a bendy plastic. It's not like a super soft plastic. You don't have to worry about it drooping over time or anything like that. It does have rigidity to it. It just has some flex to it. But I will say be careful with these 2 thin tips up top, because that's something you don't want to get accidentally caught on something and, you know, bend it or possibly break it off. So this is, you know, one spot where I would say exercise a little bit of caution, but other than that, a very, very nicely done weapon. Oh, and of course you do get some replacement wrist pegs in case you snap the ones that are on her. You got replacements, which is always nice. Included is also the base right here, which is just like the one that came with Star-Lord. Right there, Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora. Of course, it comes with the arm right there. You just plug it right into the base, and this piece right here just gently cups her area. So, yeah, that's how it works, okay? That's how it works. Anyway. So, let's get her holding her weapon here. Let's just remove her hand. Pop this off. Oops. I pulled out the whole peg with it. Didn't mean to pull out the whole peg with it. Jeez. Jeez, Gamora. That's alright. So we'll pop in a sword holding hand. Right in there. Oops. Sometimes these are hard to get on because, you know, you're pushing against something that's on a joint, so sometimes it makes it a little difficult. There we go. So we got that on. Pop that back into her wrist there. There we go. Plug her sword in. There you go. Now she is holding her sword. Now, of course, if you don't want her holding her sword and you rather have the collapse form stored right here, she does have the holster for it right there. And you just take it and you just push it down. And it just sits right in there. Nice. And it's a nice snug fit too. Like it won't fall out or anything. It's nice and snug. So there you go. Or you could have her with both. I mean, there's really no reason why you can't. So there you have that right there. So very, very cool. And just for comparison, here she is with Star-Lord. You can see how they look together. Obviously, she's a little bit shorter than Star-Lord, as she should be. So there you go. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there you have that. And here she is with me. So there you go. There you go. Oh, I think we make a cute couple. Look at that. That's nice. I've heard that once you go green, you never go back. It's just what I've heard. That's just what I've heard. That's all I'm saying. But anyway. As far as Gamora goes, good figure. Like I said, the only real gripe I have with the figure is just the blank expression on her face. I wish they just, you know, gave her some kind of expression. And she didn't look like she's just staring off into space or looks bored or something. That's the only real gripe I have with the figure. Other than that, it is very well done. It is your standard Hot Toys quality. Hot Toys level of detail. Very, very cool. So if you would like a Gamora of your own or any of Hot Toys' other offerings, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so do check it out. You can also check out my Hot Toys playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's pretty much it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Hot Toys Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Oh, just one more thing I wanted to clarify actually when I was talking about the articulation. Now, I did mention that the bicep swivel only works one way, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, why the heck does this only go one way? That makes no sense. But to me, it seems like the reason behind it was because, you know, the body is made of this rubbery material, so I think they did that as a safety precaution because the more range of movement you give it, then the more risk of this rubber eventually wearing out and possibly splitting would become a lot greater. So I guess to reduce the risk of that happening, they decided to just make it swivel one way as opposed to having it swivel both ways, so you can't wear down that rubber. So I feel like that's why they did it, and I just wanted to clarify that a bit. So there you go. I'm really going to go now.
Hey, do you want to see the Batcave? It's pretty awesome. What the? Selena! I mean, Catwoman! You didn't hear that. That's not her name. Look, this isn't what it looks like. Oh! Oh! Well, look at it this way. That was the slap, not that I deserved, but the one that I... No, actually, I totally deserve that. Yeah, I deserve that. So that's what that feels like.